Hey everybody, I'm Howard Brock and welcome to the HeroClix Cafe, and we are Friday night live on Auxxit. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me get this settings, and I think we're ready to go. We got a good special night tonight. I hope we have a bunch of people. Uh, we have Deadpool on the horizon. That's right. We're going to be cracking Deadpool Weapon X. And I think the name's wrong. I think it should be. I don't think it should be Deadpool Weapon X. I think it should be Weapon X Deadpool or Wolverine Deadpool because it seems like it's very much centered around Wolverine than it is to me around Deadpool. And I'm not complaining about this set. I actually like this set. We played our pre-release on Wednesday night. Um, I was very, very pleased with the way the set played. We had a lot of fun. Um, it played well. I guess we've been playing with Disney for a while, and in my opinion, I like Disney. Don't get me wrong. I like Disney, but I don't know that Disney was as fun playing in sealed and in battle royals as I would have liked it to be. Like for example, we go back to Notorious. I thought Notorious was a great play set within itself, and it had a lot of good pieces in it. Also, I didn't feel like Disney, although I like the characters and I like some of the stuff that's in there. Overall, it seemed lethargic at times when we were playing in battle royals and sealed events. It just seemed, it didn't seem as, it wasn't as fun. I don't know how to explain it. If you guys have played battle royals and played with the Disney set, maybe you can. Hey Dennis, maybe you can understand what I'm saying. I did not feel that way with the Deadpool set, and I don't think it was just a newness. I thought that it was just a lot of action. I thought we had 9 players at our pre-release, and it was it was fairly balanced. The battles were really good. It was there's a lot of stuff that was going on. I lost my first game. I thought that I had my first game won that night. I thought I had a decent team. It was fun. I was going up against a Magneto, and I had my opponent on the ropes. He ended up winning the tournament, but he had a Magneto, and I was playing a Shadow Star, and I was also playing 2 of the Time Breakers, which were really fun to play after you learn how to use their mechanics really well. I had a Jean Grey. I had a Colossus. Colossus was really good. And so Shatterstar was working pretty well, and Colossus had done some stuff. I'd taken out his whole team pretty much, except for Magneto, and I finally got Magneto past his invincible, and was ready to wail down on him because I had Shatterstar, who had been damaged a little bit, but he had still was good, and he had exploit weakness, and I was really ready in Flurry. I was really ready to take him out, so we were sitting on the map, and he did a pulse wave. Now, the pulse wave itself wouldn't have knocked me out, but he rode a 12 on his pulse wave. And his 12, that was 2 clicks of damage. Then he did knockback and knocked every one of my guys back that were on top of him off or into something. So my whole team took 3 damage, and he just pretty much wiped out. The game switched on that. If he doesn't roll the pulse wave, I think that I'm going to win that game. Anyways, the other games I played were good. Also, I ended up getting a bye because of the first loss. We had an odd number, so I got a bye. So I beat that guy up really good. That bye, I'm undefeated against byes. I always do really well against that guy. I don't even know why he bothers to play me. But in this particular instance, I won. And then I played my 3rd game, and I had a game against one of our friends, Jordan. He had a terrible night. Jordan probably, I watched Jordan play in his games, and if he would have been at Huntington's, there's no doubt in my mind that he would have been the one that won fellowship. because he had one of those nights where he was just couldn't hit anything. His dice were sour. At first, he was like he was being a champ about it. He's like, I'm playing with these dice and I'm going to play with them until I roll the bad out of them. He never rolled the bad out of them. The bad was just all night long when he was playing, and he was rolling. I don't know how many critical misses he rolled that night, and it wasn't just against me. It was like every game he played was like that. And then his opponent was the opposite. So when I was playing against him, I was rolling some critical hits and rolling some stupid stuff. But I watched the game before that, and he was playing Joaquin, who was also rolling really hot. And I mean, it was just really unbalanced. The game had nothing to do with his team being really bad. His team wasn't that bad at all. He had some good stuff. It just, the dice just worked against him both ways. When he rolled, it was bad. When he was being rolled against, it was good. It was just bad. And so it was just one of those nights for him. But overall, I watched the games that were being played, and I watched the games that I was participating in, and I was very pleased with what I saw. I thought the set was really fun. And there's a lot of blades, obviously, in this set. There's quite a bit of healing. There's some long dials in this set. I thought Magneto has a really long dial, and I thought that and Sabretooth had a really long dial. I had to face him. I knocked him out. I did a little bit of mind control shenanigans with Jean Grey a few times. That was kind of fun. Anyway, overall, I'm very pleased with this set. I think that it's good. I think that we're gonna. I think the pieces. We played with 2 bricks, and when I played with 2 bricks, I mix them all up. Jonathan was lucky enough to pull 2 chases because it just worked out that way. Jonathan didn't have a good night playing, but he did get 2 chases. I don't even remember which 2 chases he got, but he got 2 of them. And I saw somebody else got the really good Wolverine. It wasn't the chase. I don't think we had a prime at all pulled. So again, I do have 2 more bricks, and we are opening Deadpool up tonight. Deadpool Weapon X, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's in it. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I also got something else that just came in today. So this has been a really, really good week. We've been getting events going. Yeah, the Zombie Wolverine is cool. Dennis says he wants the Zombie Wolverine. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in this set. I think it's a fun set. I think there's a lot of pieces that are going to be able to be used. I can see potential meta with a lot of these pieces, not with stuff being added on. So another thing that I'm very happy to announce today, you guys are going to get the first look at it. Well, good, Dennis. I hope you win it. So Dennis is talking about on eBay. I have every figure. If you're watching, or if you don't know this, so hopefully most of you do. But I do have I have a pre-release, a pre-sale up on eBay that includes every figure in the set. Every figure is up for sale on eBay. I started them all off at 99 cents. There's no reserve. Whatever they bring is what they bring. And again, I think this is a very good set. So it's your opportunity. I've seen some stuff go really, really cheap. Seen some stuff go really, really high. Also, sometimes on the pre-sale. So I never really know what to expect. But the sale ends tomorrow about this time. So it's about 24 hours. I started running it on Monday night. In my opinion, last time I looked at it, it's very low compared to other pre-sales that I've run. The overall price is quite a bit lower than what I'm used to seeing with 24 hours to go. But I also know that those sales pick up drastically at the very end. I didn't have a lot of pictures to show on this sale, so most of them maybe that might be affecting it. It doesn't make any difference. I'm going to have the figures, but I didn't have pictures when I started on Monday. We haven't been spoiled with a lot of pictures, and I didn't have at that time. I had not opened up much of anything. I probably should have when we had the Rock Cup. I probably should have grabbed everybody's figures and started taking pictures at that time, just one at a time until I got them all, because we did have everything at the Rock Cup when we did the pre-release for Deadpool Weapon X, and I wished I would have done that, but I didn't. So maybe the pictures are affecting the sales. I don't know, because all of them are pretty much just got the Deadpool logo on them. But we will get them all. The only time I have failed on a pre-release to get anything was the last time, and our buddy Kevin. And it was because of our buddy Kevin. I sold a Kevin that the guy is still holding out for, as far as I know. Last time I talked to him, he wanted to hold, and I've been waiting for the Whiz Kids to say something about what they're doing about Kevin, but they have been mum so far. We haven't heard anything. I believe I'm going to prod Whiz Kids a little bit next week, because I have a personal interest in that. I've sold a Kevin, and I would like to know what their plans are in doing that. I thought that we would already know by now. We don't. So I'm going to prod them a little bit, because I'm very curious. I want to know what's going on with Deadpool. So the other special thing that you guys get to see tonight, if you're watching this, is I have, for the very first time in a long time, I've been telling everybody that we're going to start going to rock point cards, opposed to keeping rock points on a spreadsheet, and that this past Rock Cup was the last time that would be in use. That is true, and I now have finally rock point cards in my. I have them here. So I just got them in. Literally, just got them in the mail about 15 minutes prior to the stream starting tonight. So I had just enough time to open them up and look at them. I'm very pleased with them. They actually look better than in printed than they did when we designed them. So I knew what I wanted, and I asked a buddy of mine, Jonathan, who plays at our store. I asked him to design these for me. I told him how I wanted it. I mean, he came back. I told him what I wanted on it, then he came back and designed it. And then I said I want this, and he did a few more things. I asked him to edit a few things, but I'm very pleased. So starting now, I've got some rock kits that we normally would have shipped out on Tuesday this week, and I've held them up because I wanted to include the new points cards in there. And I'm going to be mailing out cards for everything since the Rock Cup. Anybody that has won points, I'm going to be shipping into the venue where we did the events, so they can pass them. They can pass these out to players. So I'm going to back up, and I also we've been waiting to send money out to the people from the Cup, and I've held out for two reasons for that. One, we had a really weird situation. Lucky Dice Cafe shut down, and when Lucky Dice Cafe shut down, we had another LLC called Lucky Dice Studios. So we had to send in paperwork for Lucky Dice Studios to change names or to be edited, but also at the same time we changed the name of Lucky Dice Studio to Lucky Dice Games, or that my daughter did anyway. So that's hers. So there was a name change there, and we couldn't send out any checks because it was a new LLC that was kicking up under my daughter. And when we did that, we had to wait for checks to come in, and now we've got checks, and we are. They just came in coincidentally today also, and so now I've got checks, and I also wanted to send out rock point cards to the winners from the Cup. So starting Monday, I'll be sending out rock point cards and checks, so everybody gets paid, and so on and so forth. So I know you guys want to see these. I also decided that I'm going to do something special tonight. when we add in the add to the bounty, I'm going to put the first ever given out point card is going to go into the bounty, and I'm going to sign it. It's the only one I'm going to sign. I'm going to sign the one that I put in the bounty, and that person will know. And I think I may put a number 1 on it also, and that person will know that they got the very first ever rock point card, newly designed rock point card, and it is usable. You will be able to use it at the cup if you want to. But I'm going to put it in the pot. So if anybody wins the bounty tonight or whenever they do win it, they'll have the very first ever rock point card, and they'll be able to claim that they ever had the very first one. It's going to be 10 points. I decided I'd do the 10-point one. And so without further ado, let me show you the cards that we got. All the cards look the same on the back, and they have the rock logo. Let me see if let me bring up the screen. I want to make sure that, so there you go. So you see the rock logo, and you can see that it says competition becomes community. That is our little motto, or so to speak, a little thing that we say. So every level of point card says that. And on the front, this is 5 points. You can see that it's rock. It says 5 points. Also, you can see an expiration date that lets you know that you earned 5 points when you played in the event. Got a little bit of glare. Now, what's neat about that is that if you look at the writing here and here and all that, it's embossed, so it's raised up. I don't know if you really can see that, how that is on the screen, but they're all embossed. And so they're also business card side. They're not the size that we used to have when we did use the TCG player card, so they should be easier to keep up. But what you'll do is you'll trade these cards in. Now, in 1 year, we will order more cards, and then it will have a 2-year expiration date on those. So every year we'll print new cards around in May with new expiration dates on it, so that these cards don't stick. So you're always having to earn points. So that's 5 points. This is going to be the one that I give away tonight, and I'm going to sign. Again, the back is all the same, but you can see there's 10 points. And this is 20 points. And this is 50 points. So they're all different colored, all different values. All the backs are the same. They all have an expiration date on it, and they're all embossed. That's to keep people from copying them or whatever. And I think they're pretty cool. I'm very happy with the way they turned out. I think they look neat. They will start going in kits effective now. I mean, as soon as we start sending the kits out, we'll put these in there. We got some to ship out Monday. Now, in case you were wondering how these are used, so the only place that you can use these are at the cup. Now so if you're not going to the cup, you're like, well, what's this going to do for me? Well, these things are tradable and they're sellable. So if you got a 5-point card and you can't make it to the cup next year, and you built up a lot, and you're like, what am I going to do with this? Well, you can trade or sell these. That's what happened when we used the TCG point cards before. That's exactly what happened, is that we were looking, people were trading these. I saw these go for as much as $4 a point. So this little card right here during that time period, $4 a point, you could have got 20 bucks for it. Now I thought the going rate usually typically what you saw is $2 a point, which would still that be $10. The closer it got to the cup, the higher the value went. Now you can also give them away. I mean, you can. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. I mean, let's say that you're a judge and you earn some points, and you don't really want to run a rock tournament, but you got a bunch of points cards. You can run a tournament and give out points cards. I mean, they do have value. where they can be traded, where they can be sold. Um, and that's what we wanted to do, is we wanted to go back to something, one, easier for me to track, where I don't have to worry about who has points and who's used them or anything. We just put the points in there, and I don't worry what you do with them. You can do what you want with them. They're your points. If you want to give them to somebody, if you want to sell them to somebody, if you want to trade them, maybe you want to figure, maybe you, I mean, whatever. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do with them. And so people have asked for years about, can they transfer their points that they've earned? That can't go this well. Now you can. You can do what you want. You can give somebody points cards for whatever reason, and they are used only at the Rock Cup. Right now, we may use them for something else one day, but right now, anytime you play in a Rock event, that's how you earn your Rock points. And the Rock Cup is now set up at different levels of entrance. If you get enough points, you can make it all the way to the semifinals. You can make it to the quarterfinals. And then we will award points in all of our events. At the Cup itself, you won't be able to earn these like we gave out points and stuff for battle royals and everything. We're not going to do that. I may come up with another special card just for that event. But when you earn points at there, which you'll be able to do again next year, you don't have to. If you haven't had the opportunity to earn points, you don't have enough points to qualify into the Cup. You can come to the Cup, and you can play in enough events prior to be able to earn enough points to be able to qualify. But those are points that are not kept. They are only for the Cup only. Which same thing we did this year. So I'm very happy with the way they turned out. I honestly, when I started designing these, I didn't want this size card. I was really going for a full size card, the same as a deck of cards. I wanted a full size card to give out, but I had a problem getting somebody to make those for me. And Vistaprint is who I ended up using doing the print work, and they did a really good job, and they did a really fast turnaround, and they were, in my opinion, reasonable on the price. But they didn't have card stock in that size, which kind of surprised me, to be honest with you. So they said they could do it in business cards, and I talked to a few people because I was skeptical about going this size, but now I'm glad I did. I really, it worked out to where if I had a choice now between this and a big card, I would have taken this, because I think I like them. I like the fact that you can actually put these in your wallet if you wanted to. Not saying that you should, but you can put them in your wallet. I think they easily fit in your HeroClix boxes or whatever you want to keep them in there, easy to store. So I think it's cool. Again, this is going to be the first card ever given out right here, because I'm going to put it in the bounty. I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to number it number 1 on it. And so this will be part of the bounty prizing. I'll sign it when I start putting more prizing into the pool. I will sign that card, and that will be part of what we give out tonight. Looks like the auction's still going. Looks like we've extended times. We're 2 minutes past 8. There's still bids going on. I expected a good auction tonight, and looks like it's like people are fighting over these boosters, and that's typical, because everybody likes the newness, likes the opportunity to maybe win one of the chase figures. Of course, we do have the bounty pool too, so I expected this to be a little bit hard fought, and we've been doing Disney, it seems like, forever. And I mean, I'm not complaining about Disney, but we have been doing it for a while. So a new set comes, and everybody gets excited. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to have a lull. I don't have any more Deadpool, and I won't have Deadpool in until the Monday prior to the release, which would be after next Friday. God, I wished I could get it Friday, because I'd sure as heck run it again next Friday. So it'll be 2 more weeks, I think, before we have Deadpool, unless some kind of miracle happens. We'll be running Deadpool again in 2 weeks. So next week we'll run something else, and then we'll be back to running Deadpool for a while. I suspect this set's going to be very desirable. I might be surprised, but I mean, I think it's going to be very desirable. It's going to be real fun when we do the next set, because the next set we have super boosters, right? That's going to be pretty cool. And we'll throw those in there too. Wow, that's really going to be crazy just thinking about it, because you know how I scramble everything. I want to scramble the super boosters too, so you don't know what you're bidding on. You could be bidding on a super. Oh man, I have to think about that a little bit. That could be a little. That's a little bit of a twist. I don't know that I can. I don't know that the super booster might not have to be named. I think it will have to be if we do it that way. We'll have to make it number whatever it is. I think they're doing 8 in a super booster, right? Dennis would know this answer. So it's at 8 boosters and then a super booster on the end, like they've done in the past. Is that what we're going to see? So it's like the super booster is going to be like 2 boosters in a way, I guess. I don't think I can really scramble it in there. I think we'll have to just name the super booster and put them in the auction, just 2. Well, what do you mean just 2? You mean 2 and a we do a brick at a time. So does a brick have I would do it, 8 boosters, 1 super booster. Yeah, exactly. So when I'm doing 1 brick, I would do that brick. I would do 8 boosters, 1 through 8, and then I would do super booster number 1. Okay, and so we open that brick up, and you're bidding on the super booster, or you're bidding on the other boosters, and then we open that brick up and do it normally. Then we do the same thing again, except to be 9 through 18, and super booster number 2. I think that's the way to do it. All right, looks like the auction just ended. That's 5 minutes past 8, so we had people, like I said, people fighting over stuff. Looks like we had some good bids on boosters, so we had a really good night, and I know you guys are excited. So let's jump in. Let's go ahead and add prizing. The first prize that I'm going to add is going to be the card that I told you about. So we're going to take the very first ever given out Rock Point card. It's going to be 10 points. It's going to be purple. So that's the very, very first one. I'm going to sign it at the top. And I'm going to put number 1 beside it. So this is part of the bounty pool. 10 rock points. The 10 rock points are usable if you want to use it, or you could just keep this if it's to your liking. You do whatever you want to with it. You can trade it. You can do whatever. But this is the very first rock point card ever given out since TCG Player, and since we split with them. So again, that's what it looks like in the back. You can see on the front, I signed it right here at the top. I put number 1 on it, so signifying that it's the number 1 card ever given out, and it is going into the bounty pool. So that's the very first one. Now let's throw in some more goodies. That's not something I'm going to typically do. I don't think that I will. I may never put another rock point card in. I may. I never know what I'm going to do. I may have, I don't have any intentions at this moment to put in more rock point cards in auctions. But that doesn't mean that I won't someday. Let's add in a legacy card. Let's do a morgue. Throw in a morgue card. Let's reach over here, and I don't think we've put any tarot cards in this yet. Now, we don't have a huge bounty pool, but it's not a small bounty pool either, so it's growing. So we're going to put in 1 tarot card, the Hierophant. I never can say that word. I think it's the Hierophant. I hope I'm saying that right. And let's throw in a X23 team-up card. Now let's start throwing in some figures. From From Invincible Iron Man, we're throwing a Count Nefaria. I just dropped a bunch of cards, so I'm going to stay away from that one. Let's see here. What do I see? We'll do that one. This is an LE. This is the Vision. It might have been a Melloway. I can't remember, but it's from Chaos Wars. It's the Vision. Pretty cool looking Vision. There we go. We'll go with The Man Without Fear. This is from Avengers Defenders. This was the LE prize, I think, in the release day. The Man Without Fear. He actually sells pretty good. I've sold a lot of him over the years. This is my biggest tub of figures. I'll have to bring it up. Figure out what I got here. We can do that one. So we'll do Arrival. That's out of the Flash set. That's a Prime. Then we'll grab one more out of here too. Well, I do him, but I don't see him. He's hiding from me. That's a good one too if I see. Oh, yeah, there we go. So we're going to do this one. This is the Regent. That's out of Secret World Battle Worlds. Now, you see he's got some tape on him. That's nothing wrong with him. I just taped him off because he has this removable ball that you can put into play. So, nothing wrong with him. Just got some tape on it to keep from that being separated from him. I think I've done these already. No, we'll do, who is this? We'll do a Famine. Storyline. One more to beef this up. We'll do a Magneto Realist out of Xavier. And that should do it. And let's do what everybody came for, and let's open it up. So I got a sealed case here. Haven't even opened the case up. So we get to do the case and the bricks. Honestly, this is the way I like to do it. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes I just have to pull the bricks off the shelf. But I prefer to open a sealed case for multiple reasons. One, it's just we know that everything's coming out of one case. Two, I like to be able to put all the boosters back in the case and take it in to ship out. So it serves double purposes for me, which is why I like when I got the cases here. And this is something I've missed. We have not done this in a while. This is one of the things that we didn't like about Disney. We have legacy cards again, guys. Yay! We have legacy cards. And those always get added into the bounty pool. And Yay! I missed. I didn't know how much I missed until we got some more. So legacy card. We're adding a legacy card in there also. Uh, now we will get the boosters out. Man. Now you guys know. I told you I'd be doing Deadpool again in 2 weeks. Also, the Wednesday, the release day Wednesday, we will do our auction also that night, and so we'll have 2 auctions that week. We'll have the figures. We'll have all the figures from the set on Wednesday night, and then on Friday night we will do our brick opening. Now the Wednesday night auction will be a little bit different because we also play HeroClix at the store on Wednesday night. So I'll probably be in and out of that one. It's not something that I have to open up. I might stream from down there. Let's see, where's it? I guess we'll do it on the back. We'll do it that way. I was trying to look where I wanted to write numbers at so we can see it real easy. The front's not really good. It's real dark. There's some gray on the back, so that's where I'm going to put my numbers. This I put it underneath the arms where they. I'll put it right there. Scramble all these up really good, and let's start marking them. Now I like new sets just as much as you guys. I haven't looked at this set extensively. Even you think that's crazy because we did a super duper pre-release on it at the Cup way in advance, and I saw some stuff there, and we also I played in the pre-release, but I just really haven't went down and just digested the set to read. I will kind of do the opposite when I start seeing the figures and I start playing with the figures. After they come out is when I usually really start digesting them a little bit better. So I'll be reading up on them, and it might be something that captivates me tonight that I have to read before we move on. So I'm looking at a lot of this stuff for the first time, just like you guys are. I'm going to get just as excited as you guys are when I open this stuff up. So, without further ado, just got reminded we need to pick a figure for our bounty. I'm glad Dennis said something because I might have just jumped right on it. So, we're going to name a figure. I need a super rare out of Deadpool Weapon X. Looks like Dennis has named Wolverine Pool already. So I need a second of that or something else. Robert says Maverick. I got Wolverine Pool. I've got Maverick. I've got no, the primes won't count. So I got a Domino. I've got a Domino, a Maverick, a Wolverine Pool. I need those seconded. Domino it is. Oh no, you can't do that. Saratic nominated on 2 places, but I caught it. All right, so now I got a Maverick over here. So Maverick, it's going to be Ryan Redmond and Robert Steele had Maverick, and we're going to go with that. So we're going to start off with number 1. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Wow, guys. I don't even know what to say. I've got number 1, and there are no cards in here. I've got all figures. I've got no cards. So what I'll tell you is that I will have enough stuff coming in to have excess cards. There's nothing super duper here, so you'll still get your figures, but come on, Whiz Kids, that's not the way to start this. I'm gonna have to read them this way. Oh my gosh, that's a letdown, is it not? I've got Richter common. I've got a Jean Grey rare, which is it's a really good figure. I enjoyed playing with it, and I've got a multiple man common, and I've got a James Howlett uncommon, and I've got a Sunspot common. Can you believe that that's how we started? You know, the whole time that I've been playing HeroClix for 20 years, I guess, I've never pulled a booster without cards. This is the first ever for me. So I'm going to put a note on here and write no cards. Whoever won this, you will get your cards, but it's going to take me a minute to get them. I also will complain to WizKids about it. Maybe they'll send me another booster, and if they do, I might just send you that booster too. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's crazy. And I hope that's the only time I see this. I'm going to really, if I open this one up and there's no cards in, I'm not going to be happy. Wow. That is just nuts. Okay. We got cards in this one. Jesus Christ. What a way to start. So we're at number 2. Thank God that wasn't a chase or something. That would have been really a bummer. All right, here we go. We got a Black Widow common, Copycat common, Dakin uncommon. We got a Deadpool robot. Deadpool robots, I don't know if you guys have looked at them. I pulled a few the other night. They're just really crazy. I'm afraid they may be too many points, though. I don't know that I really like their point value. They're 75 points, and they got a wacky dial, but I don't know if it's worth 75 points. Rogue is your other pick, and Rogue is good. Rogue is very good. This is the rare. I know that there's a prime too, but this rare looks pretty darn good to me. Yeah. So congrats on that. I think the rare Rogue is a good pull. So that's number 2. Might be a little slower tonight, guys, because I'm enjoying the looking also. Yeah, it could be. I mean, that's possible. Let's see. Hopefully we will. Yeah, somebody's got those cards somewhere. All right, so now we're going to number 3. Okay. Somebody's about to be happy. Who has number 3? Speak up, guys. Number 3 is our first big winner of the night. Let me see if I can see who it is. Number 3. Who's got number 3? All right, Robert. Congrats. You're going to be happy. You'll be a happy camper. You got White Fox uncommon. You got an Iceman common. You have a Cannonball common. And you have a Deadpool common. But the big thing you got is you got a Colossus rare prime. Yep. First prime of the night. And I played with the regular Colossus common. And this guy right here, whoo, he's a beast. Oh my goodness. Starts, if you play him at full point value, he's got a 20 defense. Opposing characters can't use Safeguard, Mind Control, including from Battle Fury. He's got Impervious. Colossus can reduce penetrating damage. And he also has the Power Cosmic, so he's safe from Outwit. That's really good. I like this set. I really do. That's a very good Colossus. All right. Congrats on that one. All right. Let's see what number 4. You know, we didn't even pull a prime last week, so I'm excited just to see a prime at all. But that's a good prime. I think all the primes are pretty darn good. I mean, in the pre-release at the Cup, I went against the Domino Prime, so I know the Domino Prime's good, and I'm pretty sure the Rogue Prime is also good. All right, so we got a Diamondback common. We got a Jeff the Land Shark. Woohoo! Get some pizzas. Common. The Psylocke rare. I faced her. She's pretty good. And you got an Outlaw uncommon. And you got this Timebreaker. I'm sorry. I had 2 Timebreakers on my team. They're only 5 points. And they worked really good. Most of my team had that I was playing with had sidestep, but I had Colossus with charge. But it's not bad because they can sidestep up and then move somebody forward 2 squares, and they can sidestep again or charge. They're not bad. They're not bad guys, and they're also tiny, so you can see over them. And your opponent really hates to attack the damn things because they only get 5 points for them. So they're interesting. All right, so now we're doing number 5. All right, Dennis, this is your this is my buddy Dennis's. Let me see how Dennis did. Now, Dennis, this is a very interesting booster. So I think you're going to be fairly happy with this. So you got a Deadpool common. You got the Timebreaker we were just talking about common. You got a Morph uncommon, and you got a Strife uncommon, and you got a Storm 51A. Now you got the dice. Now the dice, I don't know who the dice goes to in this. One of these guys use their dice when they roll out, but you got the big dice. It's got the Deadpool logo on it. I'm not sure who gets it. See if I don't know. Morph, maybe? No? It's got to be Deadpool. Yep. So you got a Deadpool common with the big dice. So that's not bad. All right. Number 6. Well, it works with the Deadpool. The Deadpool rolls a dice at the beginning of his turn, and so you can use that die. I mean, you can use a regular die too, but who wants to use a regular die? First time I've seen this figure. Cool. Yeah. Who has number 6? Speak up. Number 6 is somebody's going to be happy again. Happy. Who's got number 6? Yeah, I remember that. All right, Dennis. Congrats, Dennis. I'm happy to see you get something. All right, so we have a Lady Deathstrike rare. I had to look at that and make sure what her rarity was. Lady Deathstrike rare. You have an Iceman common. You have a Bob Agent of Hydra uncommon. And you got a Lady Mastermind common. And my friend, you have a Chase. You have Deadpool and Death. Yes, sir. Deadpool and Death. You got Deadpool sitting on Death's lap. So congrats on that. That's a great pool. I don't know how good he is, but it certainly looks cool. And I think that that's a great pool for you. And good deal. Deadpool and Death. First chase of the night. So we've already, in this booster's been good to us. We have pulled a chase and a prime so far. So I'm very happy with that. So let's go to, and one super rare. So let's go to number 7. We don't have any arrows throwing these ratios off. So I'm glad to be out of Disney. I'm glad to be doing something new, and I like this set. I really, really like this set. We're going into what number are we going into? We're going into number 7. It's number 7. We have a Lady Mastermind common, a Multiple Man common, a Wolvie uncommon. It's the little bitty cartoony Wolvie. We have another Deadpool robot, and we have a Sabretooth rare. This Sabretooth, I faced him. I knocked him off. His defense isn't really all that good. He's able to heal and do some stuff, but man, he's got a long dial. All right, that was number 7. Now we're going into number 8. We got another die in number 8, so we got a figure that gets a die in this one. We'll figure that out as I do it. Actually know exactly which one it is. So you have a Wolverine common. He comes with his die. You have a Boom Boom uncommon. You have a Cyclops rare. You have a Hydra common. Wanted to look at something. Yeah. All right. Somebody suggested this one. So we have a Domino super rare in this set also, in this booster also. And I don't know how good this one is. I'm not going to spend that much time reading it. It looks like it's got super senses, but you did get a Domino super rare. I think somebody nominated that for the bounty figure. All right, number 9. Feels a little heavy. What's heavy in this set? What is heavy? I see what is heavy. Ho ho ho! Ho ho! Cool. First time I've seen this up close too. So if you know the set, you should know what the heaviness is, I think. All right, so we got. Oh man, this is really good. Huh. All right. So we got, somebody's going to be happy with this one. We got Sunspot common. We do also have a die in here. Let's see, who's got the die? All right, you have a Wolverine common. And then you've got a Scout uncommon. Then you got a Panda Pool. That's the big figure. That's where all the weight was coming from. You got a Panda Pool rare. Very, very, very cool. And then you have, and this is the die, you have a Gambit super rare. So you get to roll the die with the Gambit, he's really good too. So that's a good, I like that one. I would be very happy with that booster. All right, now the last booster of this first brick, number 10. What about you guys, except for the first booster, which really sucked with no cards. This has been really good. Now, I saw this guy played last night too, and he's good. Dennis and I actually talked about this guy when they were doing previews. So we got Wolverine common, Copycat common. Then we've got Hydra Agent common. We got Wolverine common. Let's see who's getting the die here. So we got a die in this one also. It looks, I don't know. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know. One of these guys get the die. It's got to be the Wolverine or something, because I think it's the Wolverine. Anyway, you also got, this is the figure we were talking about, and I think this guy is really good. He doesn't have a deep dial, but he does a lot of stuff. If you haven't looked at Beast yet, the rare, he has Outwit, but when he uses it, he can instead choose 3 standard powers, and he is protected Outwit. So he can actually outwit 3 different powers on somebody. That's pretty darn good, I think. And he there's a beast in there. Again, not a deep dial, but a very good figure. If played smartly. He's yeah, Dennis, that's the figure you and I discussed with the 3 outwits, and I think that's of the 3 outwitting the three powers. I think we're going to see him around a little bit. So that takes us into the next brick. Before we do the next brick, let's add some stuff on. Let's add a T-Rex team up card. We'll add my last mystery card that I got up here. This is which is which. And let's start adding some figures. We'll do that one right off the bat just to make it fast, because I'm wanting to get back to opening up. That was actually fun. That was the funnest brick that I've opened up in a while. A little disappointed in the first booster, but I really enjoyed that brick. So we got an Invisible Woman. That's an LE out of Chaos Wars. We're going to go with her. Then I think I got a bunch of cards in this particular one, in this particular pile that go to something else, go to another. So I got more cards than I do figures, I think, over here. Ooh, do we have that guy? That would have been a cool one. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of the figures. There's some. We'll go. I don't want to go with him. Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll go with a Red Skull. Red Skull's out of Avengers Assemble. I like to see them make a really good Red Skull. Evil, super powerful, smart Red Skull. That that guy that we hate. That we like. Can we beat him? That guy. I'd like to see a really good Red Skull made. I don't think they made some decent Red Skulls. I don't think that they made the Red Skull that I'm looking for them to make yet. You guys may not agree with me, but I'd like to see a better Red Skull. I like when the bad guys are powerful, whether I play it or not. I just feel like they should be really powerful and hard to beat. Some of the ones in Red Skull just, to me, hasn't really seen the one that I like yet. They've gotten close. So we're going to go with a Daredevil. Daredevil out of Incredible Hulk. One more bucket. Get something out of the big bucket. And we got it. We're going to go with Jenny Sparks out of Flash. It's a figure that didn't get a lot of play time. I played her, and I won some tournaments with her. I think that she was really good back then. She does some pretty cool stuff. I don't know how well she'd play right now, but I like Jenny Sparks. All right, so that's adding to our booster pile. We're still looking for Maverick. Maverick is our figure that we'll be looking for. We also get to throw another legacy card in. Yay, everybody, legacy cards. Yay, yay, yay. So I really like legacy cards, and I hope that we never get a set again without a legacy card. Again, we had some legacy cards the other night at the pre-release, but I didn't really look at them. I don't know what anybody pulled. I think that these legacy cards just have legacy cards in them. I mean, we've gotten the legacy packs that had a team up and a legacy in it, but I don't think that's the case here. Team up and a legacy. Well, Dennis, I'm happy for you tonight. I know you've been trying to pull some good stuff, and you've been bidding on a few things. It's been a while since you won something on the auction. Really, really good. I think you did well tonight. I like that. Good. I'm glad for you. I think that, again, except for that first booster, that brick was a good brick. I think there was a good start to everything. We got a chase, a prime, some good super rares, some good rares. I was, again, except for that first, I don't know who won the first booster, but worry not, my friend. I will make sure you're taken care of. You might have to wait a little bit longer than normal, but I might even throw in something extra for the wait, but don't worry. That on that number 1, we will take care of you. All right, so now let's go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. So you got number 20 in this one? All right. So number 11. Let's see what we do here. We're starting off. We're still looking for a Maverick. We got another die in this one. Figure out, maybe we can, we got one of my favorite figures that I played with last night in here. He's a lot of fun and can be played very well. We got a super rare in here too. All right, so we got a Deadpool common. We got a Jeff the Land Shark. This right here is the fun booster right here, the one that I'm pulling. This is the fun booster. You got a Deadpool common. You got a Jeff the Land Shark. Then you got an X23, which X23s are always good and fun. And then you got a Shadow Star, which is the figure I was talking about. Shadow Star is really, really good, guys. And then you got a Banshee, which does a lot of stuff too. That's your super rare. I don't know which one of these guys get the dice. I didn't see it on the front, so it's probably on the back somewhere. But you also get the collectible dice that goes with one of these figures too. So that is number 11. Then we're going to a number 12. Number 12. We are looking for a Maverick. We got a Jean Grey rare, Mystique uncommon, a Deadpool robot, a Cannonball common, and a Black Widow common. Again, I'm going to talk about the Deadpool robot. I think it looks fun, but am I missing something? Do you guys really think that the Deadpool robot is very good? And do you think that the Deadpool robot is worth 75 points? I just don't see it, guys. I'm not seeing that this is 75 points. Is there somebody out there that feels differently than me that thinks that the Deadpool robot is worth 75 points? All right, so number 13. I think it looks fun, but I don't think it's 75 points fun. All right. As soon as we figure out how to open this one up, we will get the cards. It's really taped weird. Right there it is. I couldn't even feel where it was taped at. All right. What number were we on? We are number 13. Let's see if that's an unlucky 13 or a lucky 13. Lucky for the person, unlucky for everybody else. We'll see. All right. I think it's all right. So you got a multiple man common, a Jubilee uncommon. We got a Cannonball common. We got a Kid Omega uncommon. And we do have a super rare. We have a Professor X. Now, I don't know much about this Professor X. I don't know what he does, but most Professor X are usually doing something. They usually have some really cool features. So, anyway, we got a Professor X super rare. So, congrats on that. Chad, I can't even think of you as being 50. Makes me feel older than I already am. Number 14. Number 14 was a little heavy. That should tell you what's coming. We have a Panda Pool rare. Another Deadpool robot. A Mime Pool, which I think is hilarious. You know, character-wise, it seems like a Mime Pool would be the most irritating character of all time because you have it's Deadpool as a mime. It just seems like that would be the most irritating character ever in the history of the world. All right, so you got a Sheriff Deadpool, and then you got Deadpool. This is definitely a Deadpool booster. You got a Deadpool, a Sheriff Deadpool, a Mime Pool, a Deadpool robot, and a Panda Pool. That is definitely a Deadpool booster. Okay, I will, Dennis. Tell her good night from me. We're not too far away from 20. I hope you win something good. But you've already had a good night, so no matter what happens, you're good. All right, number 15. We're still looking for Maverick. We have not pulled a Chase or a Prime in this brick, so that should be coming up soon. We have a Sabretooth rare, a White Fox uncommon, a Jeff the Land Shark common, a Richter common, a Wolverine common. Then we got number 16. Oh, this girl, I saw her last night in action. She's pretty good too. I think this looks like the booster somebody drew last night or 2 nights ago. My days are running together. So we got a Wolverine common, a Scout uncommon, a Richter common, a Psylocke rare, and then we got an Atlas Bear rare. An Atlas Bear is pretty good, I think. That was our first Atlas Bear tonight. We didn't pull one in the other brick. All right, now we're moving on to number 17. I know, but he doesn't talk, Chad, but he mimes. And something that mimes is generally, it can be very irritating. Maybe he doesn't talk, but trying to listen to a mime talk as a mime would be even more irritating, I think. All right. So here we go. Now I said this was 17. We got a Diamondback common. We got a Sunspot common. We got a Timebreaker common. We talked about that. We got a Colossus rare, which is very good. I can testify to that the Colossus is a very good figure. I used him last night. He did well for me. And we have a Deadpool common. That was actually a Deadpool uncommon. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't dislike Deadpool, but he can be very annoying, and it just seems like a mime Deadpool would be over the chart. We have a pink die in here, and I know who this one belongs to. if that helps you, that might be a clue as to what we got. That Colossus is good. So we got a Boom Boom uncommon. We got a James Howlett uncommon. We got a Diamondback common. We got a Hydra Agent. That's the first Hydra Agent we've seen tonight. Common. And we have, this is what the die is for. I do believe, even though I don't see it on her card, but it matches her. It's got to be her. Yeah, there it is, I think. Anyway, we have a Scarlet Witch. Super rare. So, pink, red die. I don't know, I guess that could go to Boom Boom. Does Boom Boom have a roll die? Doesn't look like it. Anyway, we have a Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch looks really cool. I'm assuming that the die goes to her. When Scarlet Witch uses, see, probability when she uses it, target rolls her chaos die in place. Okay, so here we go. Probability control. When Scarlet Witch uses it, the target rolls her chaos die, which would be that, in place of one of the standard die in the roll. So she gets chaos dice. Okay. Don't know how it works. It says 1 through 4. Oh, that's not it. I just need to know. I don't know how the chaos dice works. Anyway, I got time to read it. The die belongs to her. And it's cool. Cool pink die. Number 19. Oh my God. If you're right, and that's what's left, Dennis is going to be very excited tonight because we didn't get it in this one. So number 19, we have a Wolvie uncommon, a Rogue rare, a Multiple Man common, a Copycat common, and a Lady Mastermind common. And number 20, and this of course is Dennis. Dennis was hoping for something good, and if James is right and we have a prime or a chase left, then Dennis is going to be super happy. He's already got one chase tonight, and I think that he has struck gold again. Yeah. So Dennis had to go put his daughter to sleep, so he doesn't know this yet. So I'm going to tell him that he got nothing. He got nothing at all. Y'all have to go in with me. Dennis got the worst booster ever. We got a Wolverine common, an Outlaw common, an Iceman common, a Lady Mastermind common, and we do have the chase, and it's Wolverine and LCD. And what that is it's Wolverine with the little girl. And he looks pretty powerful. See, when this character rolls a 5 or 6 on a single D6 roll after resolutions, you may heal a friendly character with a Wolverine squad trait. 1 click. Then a living bomb at the beginning of the game. Choose a standard opposing character of 50 points or more. Pulse wave is free, but only if it would target that chosen character. That's pretty good. So, I mean, that you just have to target that character, and then you can pulse wave. If that character is around everybody else, it would hit them all, and it's free. And then he's got outwit, shape. He's got outwit and shape change. Once per turn, you may roll a die rolled by Wolverine and LCD, including 1 die of an attack roll. So you can re-roll 1 die. That's pretty good too. So it's like a half prob. Pretty good. Looks pretty cool. It's the first look I've had at it, so that's all right. Yeah, he had a good night. He hasn't been that lucky for a while, so I'm happy for him. He's been buying. He usually participates every week and doesn't do that well, but he did this time. Just thank you for it. I'm gonna tell him that he got. I don't open the legacy cards. The legacy cards go into the pool, and when somebody wins the pool, I then open the legacy cards. So Whoever wins the bounty has the legacy cards in them. They're right here, and we don't open them up, and they go into the bounty pool. And whoever wins the bounty, whenever that is, it could be next week, could be the week after. Then we open them up and, for everybody. Well, guys, that's it for tonight. I have to say that I thoroughly enjoyed tonight because it's new, of the newness, and getting to see some of the stuff for the first time. Also being the fact that I was tired of opening up Disney bricks. And I think personally that this is a very good set. It's a very fun set. I've played it already, and I really I like it. That's all I can tell you. I like it. I'm looking forward to playing battle royals and sealed events with this set. I think it's great. All right, guys. So good night for tonight. I will be back in 1 week. I don't know what I'm going to open up in that 1 week because I don't really want to open up Disney again. I may go back into something else. I don't know, but I'll announce it. Won't have Deadpool for 2 weeks. And yeah, so anyway, we'll worry about next week, and then the following week we'll have 2 auctions, one on Wednesday night with all the singles, and then one on that Friday again with Deadpool. So hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the new set, and I hope you liked the points cards that I showed everybody earlier. So until next week, good night, everybody.